Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here with an unboxing and first impressions of the Xiaomi Mi 11i. Now I've taken a look at quite a few Xiaomi phones over the last couple of months. The 11, the 11 Lite, now the 11i, and this one brings something a little bit different to the table. And you can look at the landscape. They've got the 11, the 11 Pro, the 11 Ultra. I mean, there's a lot of different Xiaomi 11 devices, but this one is really designed for multimedia and recording. And it has a special feature that allows it to do 8K at 30 frames per second as opposed to 24 like most of the other ones. So a couple other things that make it unique, and we're going to talk about all of it in this video. But before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's take a look at the Xiaomi Mi 11i. So here we are with the Mi 11i in all of its boxed glory. I even used a little green fake plant over there, so you know that I'm an official YouTuber today. Anyway, nothing too special on the outside of the box here. Go ahead and pop the top off. And in typical Xiaomi fashion, we've got this box on top that has the SIM ejector tool in it. Ta-da! And then it also has all the documentation you won't read, along with the USB-C to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And then it comes with a case, which is great because you always want to make sure that your phone is protected. So of course it's going to be kind of hard to get accessories for this. It's great they go ahead and toss that in the box. Very grateful for that. And here we are with the 11i. I think it's a really sharp looking phone. One of the biggest changes here, of course, is it's got a flat screen instead of a curved edge display that's running 1080p. It's not Quad HD Plus, but it's about 2 millimeters wider than the 11, and they've got some other great features going on like the Zoom audio. It's got 5G if it works in your area. That's going to be something that you're going to have to test out. It doesn't work for me on T-Mobile here in Houston, so good luck with that. It's also got the 108 megapixel camera capable of 8K at 30 frames per second and 8 megapixel ultra wide to 5 megapixel telemacro. And then the fingerprint sensor also doubles as a power button over on the right side along with the volume rocker. So everything you could ask for there. And it also, of course, comes with the power brick. This is rated at up to 33 watts, but as you can see there, that is not a US standard power brick. So if you're in the international market, that's going to be great for you. If you're here in the States, it's going to be bad. And then you've got a USB-A to USB Type-C charging cable, so you can charge it straight out of the box. You've got everything you need in here. This is not an iPhone. This is not a Samsung flagship phone where they take all that stuff out of there. Of course, there's no earbuds, but I mean, honestly, were they really that good anyway? So you can see the 20 megapixel camera up top there. This one actually has Dolby Atmos with the stereo speakers. It's a first ever in a Xiaomi phone. So I'm really excited to test that out. And now let me go get the phone set up so we can dive in and take a closer look at it. So the Mi 11i comes in a couple different colors. I have the cosmic black. It also comes in a silver and a white color. And I think they did a pretty good job with this. This one has a glossy finish on it, but some of the other ones are a little bit different. And it's got Gorilla Glass 5, which is perfectly good. I'm not too worried about it not having 6 or Gorilla Glass Victus. It comes in at an MSRP of about 649 euros, so just under $800 US if it's something you want to pick up. It's got 5G, it's got the Snapdragon 888 processor in it, and it's got a 108 megapixel primary camera capable of shooting 8K at 30 frames per second, which is pretty substantial for a phone this size, especially under the $800 mark. I think that they did a good job with that. Now, other things, it's got an 8 megapixel ultra wide. It's got a telemacro, which is different than the normal one, which allows you to shoot those macro shots from a little bit farther away and also do some time-lapse stuff. So I think that's really neat. They've got some like film level quality stuff built in here, AI for some cinematic footage. It allows you to shoot more like cinematic production level kind of stuff with your phone, and that's kind of like an emerging area when it comes to the phone stuff. A lot of people are really interested in this, so I think that's cool. It's got a flat screen on it. It's got a 6.67 inch display on it, so it's got a flat display. It's about 2 millimeters wider than the Xiaomi Mi 11. Allows a little bit wider landscape. It's got the fingerprint sensor built into the side of the phone, doubles as a power button, and then it also has facial recognition technology so you can unlock it by looking at it with your face. So they incorporated pretty much all the normal modern stuff in here. It's got the same 20 megapixel front facing selfie camera. It's got one of the smallest peephole front-facing selfie cameras that you can get. So a little bit of ingenuity can go a long way. They even diminish the chin on it a little bit to give you a little bit farther stretch on the screen, so more of an edge-to-edge display for a really immersive environment for whenever you're watching it. So it's got a 120 hertz LED, super ammo LED panel. So it's not just an LED, it's HDR 10 plus compliant, which is great, up to 1300 nits of brightness. It'll get bright. It'll get way bright for you. You're not going to have any concerns about that whatsoever. You should be able to see it perfectly fine out in low light. And it's got 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now there's only 2 storage options, 128 or 256. I wish it were a little bit higher than that, but unfortunately it's not. But I still think it's a pretty complete package, especially when you look at a lot of the competition and it's substantially more expensive. So things that are missing here that I kind of wish were here: it doesn't have a Quad HD Plus resolution, but the 1080p will help you save on battery life. It won't use as much energy to show it on the display because it's not trying to push that higher resolution. And most people, honestly, when they look at 1080p versus Quad HD Plus, can't really tell a difference anyway. So it's kind of a negligible point there, I think. Personal preference wise, I would just like it to have Quad HD Plus. That's been the flagship standard for a very long time now, but 1080p Plus is going to be perfectly fine. Beautiful screen, nice flat display. It doesn't have the curved edges on it like some of the other Mi 11 devices, so it's got a little bit different form factor. It's pretty thin, actually. It's not a very wide phone at all, and then it's got the camera bump, which definitely does stick out. One other cinematic feature is it has zoom audio. So when you're recording on a video, if you zoom in, it will use this microphone here on the back and zoom in as well to focus the audio further out and directed at what you're looking at. So that's a nice other cinematic feature that's built in. They call this phone the Star Performer, and it's got a lot of different features like that with the zoom audio and also the cinematic features in the camera and the 8K at 30 frames per second. So a lot of people are like, why does this phone exist? Why does it exist? Well, it's just these little subtle nuances and these additional features and details that maybe aren't readily apparent at first glance that give it that special designator for the I series, and also which really kind of stands for like movie stuff. So I really do like that. I think it's cool. I'm looking forward to messing with it some more. It's got MIUI 12 based on Android 11 on it, so you know you're going to get the latest and greatest software, and it's got a 4,500 milliamp battery in it as well, so it should power you throughout the day with no issues. So that's all I've got on my unboxing and first impressions of the Xiaomi Mi 11i. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.